All right, so I'm sitting here editing this video, and it's it's hard to watch. I no spoiler alerts, but started working out, and then my blood sugar tanks, like you saw in the intro. But after a little bit, it got dangerously low, and I wanted to articulate a few things. I do want to leave the full length footage up because I think it's interesting to see what happens when I get that low. I've never really seen that before, so it's hard for me to watch just because I've never seen myself low like that. And I don't have a lot of recollection of the things that I said while I was low or what I was doing. And so I left my camera recording, and it's very enlightening in kind of a scary way. But I wanted to leave the full length footage because hopefully it's eye opening to see what lows can look like if you are a type 1 diabetic and you've never really seen it on anyone else. But also, I want to articulate that this was a pretty serious low. Like I've been in the 50s and 40s, and I would consider those like serious lows. And those have been, I don't want to say super frequent, but I've encountered those a lot more than a low like this. This low I bottomed out at 23, which is nuts. Like I haven't seen a number that low like in years. And so I'm I'm a little scared posting this because I don't want to normalize the fact that 23 is a number where you can still record yourself, and you shouldn't be prioritizing getting like immediate medical help, because I think a number like 23 definitely requires you to either reach out to someone you live with or someone close and say like, hey, I'm coherent right now, but my blood sugar is super low. Like, will you either come check on me or be with me, or will you call me in 5 minutes and then 10 minutes to make sure I'm okay? Like, 23 is dangerous. And so by posting this, I don't want to say that it's not, because again, it really is. And watching this back is pretty scary. Um, and so again, take this for what it is. And I'm hoping this is educational. I'm at the point now where I'm laughing at it because it's so cringy to watch. And my wife and I have been making fun of me nonstop since I showed her this. But again, I realize that this isn't a funny situation. 23 is a very serious low and should require immediate attention, and per situation, probably some medical attention. So wanted to articulate that. Anyway, hope you enjoy the video, and it's a doozy. So look at that like steep drop off. It's awful. Hey, welcome back. It has been a sec since I filmed an episode, so I guess some things have changed. One being, we've upped the weight a little bit. I've made it a priority this kind of training period to go lower, avoid bad form, avoid getting injured at all costs. So we're finally starting to progress from that foundation that we've built. So it's felt really good. All the movements have felt solid. So not super worried about injury. I'm trying to go relatively easy, not do anything too explosive or overly heavy, not going for any PRs. So anyway, it's been good. Weights have come up a little bit. Today we have a upper body session, but focused chest, shoulders, tries. I've been doing a little bit of hypertrophy stuff, bodybuilding sets, but still focused on strength. That is the goal this year. So we're going to start off with bench, classic. We'll do a 5x5. And then I did want to move into an overhead press. I was thinking about using some dumbbells because I only have one kettlebell and it's 45 pounds. So I wanted to bring the weight up just a little bit, and hopefully it might be a little janky with the weight setup that I have, but we'll get it done. So bench first, and then we'll do dumbbell overhead press, and we'll only do 4 sets of that, but 5 reps, and then we'll close out with some kind of hypertrophy work, just a few supersets, higher reps. I'm trying to remember. It was lat raise, and then I think tricep extents. So, anyway, that's the plan for today. Hopefully, I can work through it pretty quick. I'm not trying to take too long on my rest times, but obviously, still want to focus on good form, making sure all the movements are solid, not breaking anything. Anyway, so it's springtime, which means the sun rises earlier, which I absolutely love. I do think it makes it easier to get up. Something about you leave the blinds open and the light comes in. Just feels like morning. It's beautiful outside. I think the low is like 50. So yeah, just fantastic weather. Always makes it easier to get up. Feeling good and excited for spring and summer. Love being outside. We live here in southern Utah, and so all the national parks are pretty close. I'll have to do an episode where I show you all, I guess, where we are. It really is so beautiful. We're very blessed to live here. So anyway, just excited. I feel like there's a lot of good things that come with spring and summer. A lot of change can happen. It's just a beautiful time of year. So I'm going to warm up just a little bit. I already did a little kind of cardio warm up on the stationary bike, just 5 or 6 minutes. Get the heart pumping and blood flowing. But now we'll start warming up with bench. So just, I guess, for full transparency, I'm not super interested in, I might need to move my mic. I'm not super interested in arching my back so I look like I'm one of those paper clips that like folds in half. But I do want good solid form. I've got long arms, so anything that can kind of help optimize strength in these reps, I'll take it. But I'm just looking for good solid form. Trying not to bounce it off the chest too much. Obviously, as the sets get heavier, I might move it a little quicker, but ultimately, I'm just looking for that good range of motion and making sure I feel each rep. So you'll notice I warmed up a little bit with the kind of metal bar there. Again, I'm more focused on getting warmed up with the movement than I am, I guess, like dynamic stretching or static stretching. That's just something I've always preferred. I feel like warming up with the movement allows you to work your way up in weight a little bit easier. And that's just how I've gotten used to it over the years. If you have any tips for warming up, I'm all ears. But that's what I've always done. I know some people swear by static stretching, which I'm here for. But I've noticed, and I've actually read when I did my personal trainer certification, that static stretching can actually decrease performance in a resistance training session, which I find very interesting. But if you think about it, really adamant static stretching can actually really pull at those muscle fibers, and then you go into these big strength building sets or hypertrophy sets, and it kind of makes sense that if you've spent time stretching and pulling those fibers apart, that you're not going to perform as well when the heavy movements that you're doing or the big sets that you're doing are also pulling those muscle fibers apart. So always found that interesting, but I know some people aren't super focused on optimizing performance to 100%. So whatever works for you is obviously what's going to keep you consistent and have you working best. So that's the thesis here. Beautiful. This would be really unfortunate. Are you kidding me? So woke up, and yesterday my basal insulin dose, I adjusted just a little bit. Normally I take 32 units every morning. Yesterday I took 30 because that was what was left in my insulin pen. Didn't think I'd regret it, but then last night I went low, treated the low, and came up to like 120 and was okay with that. Problem was I never woke up. Well, that sounds ominous. I did wake up, but I didn't wake up when my blood sugar started rising. And so when I woke up at 6 this morning, I saw my blood sugar was at like 225, and my Dexcom alarm had been going off a little bit with high blood sugars. So anyway, I came down here, and I think my blood sugar was kind of right around 200, but I just got two like low notifications where it doesn't even read a number. I do not feel low, so I think my sensor might be a little off, which is very unfortunate. But again, I don't feel low. I feel like I'm right around maybe 70, high 60s. Actually, I might go run and check that before I work into these sets. So bear with me. I'm going to go grab my manual testing kit because, better to play it safe. I can show you actually here. Oh, we moved it. So look at that like steep drop off. It's awful. So I am going to go check just to make sure we're doing okay.
A few moments later.
All right. Grabbed a banana. Also grabbed the testing kit. Just want to make sure we're okay. So I'm going to start nibbling on this, and then doing the tests. So, the joys of diabetes. Oh. I hope my mic doesn't let you hear the banana going down my throat. That'd be awful. All right. This is all good real time data here. I do not use manual testing strips very often. I do always want to play it safe. When was the last time I changed my Lancet? Couldn't tell you. Gonna be full honesty there. Make sure we get that work in. I have my lancet set at 4, right on the finger. Get a nice drop of blood. This is how I was taught. Could be wrong. Holy cow. I might need to pause this video. Oh, man, I'm tripping. I will be right back. It said I was at 30, and I should have shown you. I took out the... Well, actually, I can do another one. Holy crap. That's dangerous. I have no idea how I'm doing so good. At least mentality-wise. Well, that's going to take out my workout. So, gosh dang it. Made it one warm-up set into a workout. Not good. Let me do another test just so I can show everyone. That is that is also one of the joys of being diabetic, is a really short workout. And if you've had experience with really low lows right off the bat, you know what I'm talking about. But let me get a shot of this for you guys. This is so classic, that waking up, coming off a high of like 220, I think, and that was just terrible. So, gotta love it. Awful. I will say this is sometimes is what you have to do, and looks like I'll have to work out later this afternoon. Well, I love this. Sometimes it's super annoying. And I'll keep everyone posted. Not super fun, but want to make sure we're okay. Want to make sure we're super annoying. But let me make sure everyone's even. Super annoying. Again, I want to make sure we're all even. And the joys, and want to make sure we're all even. So looks like I'm at 134, which is not fun, but it's so dumb. Okay. Love you all. Well, okay. Love everybody, and want to make sure we're even. So dumb. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, love everybody. Okay. Love everybody. Want to make sure we're good. So, okay. Love everybody. Want to make sure we're good. And so dumb. Okay. See everybody. Okay, so I never really did get around to starting this episode back up and filming. Never finished the workout. And I just want to articulate again that this was a very serious low. Uh, Scared me and scared me watching it back even more. I had no idea I was like this. But I hope everybody knows that with diabetes and specifically with lows, we have to prioritize our health first. Um, I I don't care what you're doing, if it's a marathon, if it's just a workout in your garage, if you're out on a walk with your friends, you can't just push through a low. It's not a mental battle. It's not a perspective shift. It's there's no magic button. Like you need to take care of your health. And so with this clip, I knew my wife was at home. I knew I would be okay. So you don't really see me taking any like immediate medical action or calling my wife and saying, uh, like, I need you to check on me. I knew everything was okay. I was in a controlled environment. So please be careful. Don't mess with lows. And uh, if you are getting frustrated with the inconveniences of type 1 diabetes, I promise that this is manageable, and events like these are definitely the outliers. You can live a very controlled life, and avoid a lot of these huge lows or major swings, with proper maintenance. But keep going one by one.